Guys, deluded, I'm back again. YouTube's N'Golo Kante and them things there. Obviously, I've got to go football in a bit, so this video might not be uploaded until later tonight, but you're surely watching this by now. Another day, another links. Arsenal are being linked with more players. We're being linked with two young French wonder kids is the term nowadays for any player with any smidge of potential. So let's get into it. The first one, I've seen some great comments. Someone called me Diamond Eyes, someone called me Deluded, the future teller or something. You lot praise me with a lot of these players. I've been talking about Nabil Alioui, I can't say his last name, the young French international, 19 years of age, club side Monaco, obviously plays for France at international level. I believe he's of Moroccan heritage, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's of that nation, so could be a possible pull and pull between the two nations in the future. I've been watching him for the Under-19s Championship, and you always see me tweeting about him. I said he's got the first thing that impresses me about him. I must say it's a bit weird because I don't want to jump on a bandwagon because he did wow me, but it's nothing to get gassed about. I want to see a bit more from him if I'm honest, because what I've seen in the championships, the European Championships so far, he's shown qualities. He's got excellent technical qualities. He's very skillful. I've seen him embarrass man in this not World Cup, European Championship that he's playing in. He's got wonderful technical qualities. His movement is good. But by that same logic, his positioning is poor. He's a bit, I don't know, I got to say it's immaturity. There's no other word for it. It's immaturity. It's like, I get that you need to float, but 1 minute he's popping up on the left, then he's popping up on the right. And he's playing up front. He actually plays, I believe, on the flanks and up front. But for me, he's got a future as a 10 because of this very same reason. You don't want your winger constantly moving around and stuff like that. Obviously you do, but not in this context. He looks like a 10, someone that can take up positions and things. He's, like I said, he's got excellent technical quality and he makes lovely runs beyond the strikers and things like that. And he scored a couple good goals. The best one will probably be the finish against England as well. So yeah, it's not that I know all of these players. It's just simply I pay attention to youth football and youth tournaments and things like that and talk about it. I'm not doing anything great here. I'm not predicting anything. I'm just watching football essentially. And he's someone I've got a lot of time for. He's 19 years of age, so you'd like to think that's immediate first team, because if I'm him, allegedly Monaco wanted him. He hasn't signed a pro deal allegedly. Apparently Monaco wanted to loan him out. He has got the same agent as Kevin De Bruyne. Manchester City have been linked, so that could be used to their advantage. At 19 years of age, surely he's got to be the first team. Now you don't need to be the finished product, but if you look at you've got Nelson, different positions, but you've got Nelson. Probably more similar, like different positions, but you're probably more fighting against is probably Willock. You got Willock there. Gudezi just came into the side. He's obviously lacking in experience, but surely this has to be a first team signing. Because if I'm him, why are you gonna? This might all be lies, people, but just to humour you guys, let's carry on talking. If you're him, why are you gonna, whether Monaco rate you or not, why are you gonna leave Monaco to come to Arsenal if you're not given somewhat assurances about first team? Does it make sense? A club that Panzo of recents left there, club that gives young players chances. We give young players chances, although it's been overstated as well in many a years now. Would you leave unless you're being given somewhat assurances that you're going to feature at some point in the first team? I'm not too sure. And I'm not too sure if this is actually a real link, if it's actually going to happen and things like that. But like I said, I've been impressed by his technical qualities, but I am waiting to see a bit more from him, if I'm completely honest with you. Like I can have an appreciation for his attacking side, but it's not really I haven't been like wowed by him necessarily, like we must sign this player sort of thing. He's great, he'll fit in, he'll be a good signing, but it's not like wow, we have to sign him sort of thing, from what I've seen in it. So yeah, he's decent. So we'll see. He's shown in patches of his brilliance, but you want to see a bit more bravado and things like that. Obviously, it's hard in them French sides with all the stars they have. But yeah, I think he's a 10 long term, man. But if he's a winger, he's a winger. And the next guy we've been linked with, Stanley Nsoki, I can't say his name, but the young French international. Now, I haven't seen a whole lot of him, but what I have seen in the youth league, I think it was a game against Ajax, and there's definitely a game against a British opposition at some point. He's decent. He's fairly, for a short man, he's fairly decent in the air. He's fairly commanding. He's fairly composing. He's made his PSG debut last year, and I believe December last year, and I believe it was actually via Unai Emery. So whether I know the player or not, if we just read between the lines, could Unai Emery this be his request? This could work in our favour. If you gave him his debut and he wants to leave PSG and go to a team which has more first team appearances, first team chances and more youngsters making appearances, and he's got a previous manager that gave him his debut, that works in our favour. the problem is he's 19, he's a centre-half, he's clearly got some talent, but then you look at the centre-halves, including Bielik, there's 6 at this club at the moment that you could say could be used in the first team at some capacity. He would make it somewhat 7 or something. Surely someone would have to go on loan, maybe someone is sold permanently. In fact, I'm even forgetting Koscielny, so Koscielny's into the mix. There's bare man in this club, so there's that. So whether we're going to wait for Koscielny to eventually, this probably be his last season or so, you're going to wait for that, you're going to sell someone like Mustafi, I don't know. And if I'm honest with him, if he's trying to go somewhere for first team football, I will always back him because he's a young player and we love him and we can't rule out he won't get a chance. But on the basis of bodies, would it make much sense leaving? Obviously, PSG is PSG and they're signing superstars. It don't matter how good you are, it's going to be a tough ask. Obviously, Arsenal were not like PSG, so you might have more of a chance. But look at the centre-halves I've just named at this club. Fair enough, Koscielny's injured. Does it make much sense? Or would it make more sense for you to go to a lesser side where you're going to be given a scope to develop and things like that? I mean, I can't blame him for wanting to be hungry. If you're a 19-year-old, you want to play first-team football. Playing for PSG's got a good academy. It's all fun and games, but eventually you want to go and play ball. So yeah, he's 20 next year as well. And he's actually rejected a professional contract by PSG, so he's seriously considering leaving. I mean, I'm all for bringing talented players in the club, so I won't turn him down. But if I was him, if I put myself in his shoes, and I do this to you guys and tell you the truth, I wouldn't sign for Arsenal necessarily unless I'm being given some serious vision sort of thing in contract talks as to where I could possibly feature within the first team or how I'm going to be integrated. Or if that's not the case, I'm trying to probably go to Germany or join a lesser French side, no disrespect, where I'm going to be given a chance to play top flight football or have more of a pathway sort of thing. That's just my opinion anyways. But yeah, we've been linked with 2 19-year-old French wonder kids of sorts. I mean, do I believe any of these rumours until it actually happens? No, but Deluded's got to tell you guys what's being spoken about, innit? So yeah, guys, Deluded, get in the comments, subscribe and do the rest. I'm out.